Y'all, word on the street is Sexyy Red and Sukihana just got hit with a major lawsuit, and baby, it's messy. We're talking wrongful death, negligence, and lawyers basically dragging their names through the mud in court. Now, if you thought a little drama in the shade room is bad, wait until you hear how this video shoot turned into a nightmare that's now haunting Sexyy Red, Sukihana, and a whole bunch of businesses tied to the event. Okay, y'all, so let's break this down because this is a lot. Back in September 2023, Sexyy Red and Sukihana were in Oakland Park, Florida, filming the music video for Sexyy Red's track Shake Your Dreads. Now, y'all know how it goes when rappers announce a location shoot. Fans, locals, and anybody trying to get a cameo shows up deep. The flea market with their filming was packed with people, hundreds, if not more, trying to be in the mix. The spot was at Oakland Park Flea Market right off West Oakland Park Boulevard. And here's the detail that matters. Directly across the street sits a Chevron gas station. And y'all, that's where everything went completely left. So here's what went down. A 36-year-old Florida man named Anthony Dennis, who is also a father, pulled up with his friend to check out the shoot. Just regular folks trying to see Sexyy Red and Sukihana do their thing. But at some point, Anthony and his friends decided to step away from the crowd and head across the street to the Chevron for drinks. Now, picture this. While they're at the gas station, a dark car pulls up with 3 masked men inside. These dudes get out, firearm in hand, and try to rob Anthony and his friend. According to the lawsuit, they were after jewelry, a Rolex watch, and a necklace. Now, Anthony's friends refused to give it up, and that's where everything turned tragic. Shots were fired, and Anthony was gunned down in the parking lot and died on the scene. His friend survived but got hit on the shoulder and grazed by another bullet. To this day, he's still dealing with nerve damage, muscle spasms, and ongoing trauma from witnessing his best friend lose his life. That part hit the internet, especially because, you know, the story wasn't just about a random shooting. Police eventually caught the 3 suspects and they are awaiting trial. But here's a twist. The family and the surviving friend are now coming after 9 defendants with a wrongful death and negligence lawsuit. And yes, that includes Sexyy Red and Sukihana. The lawsuit basically says everybody involved, from the flea market to the Chevron to the landowners to the record label, failed to provide proper security in an area that's known for crime. But y'all, the part that has people gagging is that the lawsuit is personally naming Sexyy Red and Sukihana. Not just the companies, not just their labels, them. And the accusations? Whoa, the lawyers are saying Sexyy Red basically orchestrated this whole thing. She's the one who allegedly promoted the shoot heavily in social media, which posted announcements and encouraged people to pull up. The lawsuit claims that because she hyped it up, she should have known hundreds of people would gather in a dangerous area. But it gets even messier. The suit also claims that Sexyy Red and Sukihana's music promotes violence and attracts violent activity. Now, child, that part is gonna stir up some controversy because what they're basically doing is trying to hold these female rappers legally responsible for the energy their music allegedly creates. And to add fuel to the fire, they dragged the record label Rebel One LLC into it. The filing calls out Rebel One's so-called history of managing artists with violent associations. They even name-drop King Von, R.I.P., YNW Melly, who's currently fighting murder charges, and Fredo Bang, who's been linked to street beef in Baton Rouge. The lawyers are basically saying the label breeds violent artists. Sexyy Red makes violent music, so of course something like this was bound to happen. Now, whether that argument holds up in court, that's left to be seen, but the court of public opinion is already causing a stir. The plaintiffs also allege that Sexyy Red and Sukihana should have taken steps to protect everyone by hiring extra security, not just for the video set, but the whole surrounding area, warning fans that the location was dangerous, setting up surveillance cameras and better lighting, and having an overall security plan in place. And honestly, looking at it from the outside, many fans don't think it sounds unreasonable. When you invite hundreds of people to high crime areas, security should be priority number 1. But here's what the fans feel the lawsuit is reaching, blaming their music and brand image as if that directly pulled the trigger. That part is definitely giving scapegoat energy. Now, this lawsuit is more than just money, it's about accountability. Anthony's baby mama is suing on behalf of his estate, his friend is suing for his injuries, and they're trying to hit every pocket possible. So what does this mean for Sexyy Red and Sukihana? Well, child, lawsuits like this can drag for years. Even if they don't lose in court, the legal fees alone could be insane. Plus, this is the type of scandal that labels and sponsors don't like to be associated with. Now, y'all already know that fans ate her up for this. One fan wrote, Sexyy Red, who is the opposite of sexy, is the most degenerate female psyop unleashed on the population. I've completely given up on this generation. It's over.
Y'all, this one got ugly real quick. Legendary LOX rapper Styles P just went nuclear on Adam 22, accusing him of clowning black men who are literally trying to stop gang violence. And it ain't just a petty back and forth. Styles says Adam is eating off of the culture while mocking efforts to save black lives. Now WAC 100 already jumped in to defend Adam, and the whole internet is debating if this is another case of outsiders profiting off the pain of black America. It all started when Styles P posted on Instagram, blasting Adam 22 for mocking the Drop My Flag challenge. Challenge, a grassroots movement led by Bronx rapper Hocus 45th that urges gang members to renounce their flags and push for peace in the streets. Adam had allegedly posted a skit ridiculing the initiative.
I just want to say to all the people out there, I ain't gangbanging no more. I've been GDBD Vice Lord for a long time now. Been doing battle with my ops, done battle with the police, put in work in the jails, but I decided I needed to change my life. Ever since the big homies caught me playing with my booty hole, they've been extorting me.
To Styles, this wasn't just trolling. It was blatant disrespect toward black men trying to stop the cycle of bloodshed. Styles wrote, "Whoever is black and is homeboys with the goofy white boy who mocked putting down the flags for gang members, he must think y'all better G, check that and tell him shut his devil a federal mouth when he see black men trying to help black babies." That post hit hard, especially since Styles is known for his community activism, from juice bars promoting health in the Bronx to youth mentorship. This wasn't just about one skit. Styles sees a pattern. Adam 22, through his No Jumper platform, built a whole empire off gang culture, interviewing active members, having viral clips where dudes talk incriminating details, and monetizing the violence for clicks. Critics say Adam doesn't live that life, but he profits off it. So when he mocks a peace initiative, Styles took that as Adam saying, "Stay violent so I can keep cashing in." Fans echoed the same sentiment. One wrote, "Adam 22 did some suck and watch them bozos he paid to be around him co-sign that should break his jaw for mocking black men trying to be better. He wants y'all to keep crashing out while he cash out." Another said, "Adam 22 really run them LA niggas. So sad Styles P and them spoke up." That's the core of Styles' rage. Adam is benefiting while black men are burying their kids. Adam didn't stay silent. He slid into the comments, brushing it off. "It was a joke about some gay some dudes did. Hocus acting like I was dissing him and members in general is pure clout chasing. You too smart to be falling for this one, UNC." Basically, Adam tried to spin it like the whole thing was taken out of context, but Styles wasn't buying it. He fired back, "What you ain't gonna do is have young kids thinking it ain't cool to get on the straight and narrow. You eating off the culture. You better uplift it." And here's where it escalated. Styles demanded Adam apologize to the culture or else called any black man standing beside him a coward. Now you know it wouldn't be the internet if Wack 100 didn't insert himself. The LA manager defended Adam 22, posting, "First, nobody tells us West what to do with what we originated. Second off, the clown he's clowning doesn't have the right rank or respect to dictate nothing. Third, we don't know what G-check is. At Adam 22, stay your course." So now it wasn't just Styles versus Adam, it turned into an East Coast versus West Coast argument. Styles wasn't having it though. "I don't give a about no game period. I care about the babies. I ain't a blood or a crip. I'm a black man." That line hit different. He reminded everyone this ain't about repping a coast, it's about stopping the funerals. Here's where the credibility of Styles' argument gets even stronger. Adam 22 has been called out before for exploiting black trauma. He's hosted gang members on No Jumper who later ended up in legal trouble, leading some to say his interviews basically serve as fed files. So when Styles P says Adam is eating off the culture, there's history backing that claim. The streets are watching closely. If Adam doesn't backtrack, he risks fully alienating the same community his platform depends on. So tell me what y'all think. Was Styles P right to call out Adam 22 for mocking a peace initiative? Or is Adam being unfairly dragged for what he says was just a joke? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading them heavy. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already.